What's up, everybody out there? It's your boy Nuncio, aka none other, reporting to you live and direct, representing God to the fullest in life as you and I both know it. It's another beautiful day here in Cincinnati. It's an okay day. It's like 61 degrees outside. I wish it was a little hotter so I wouldn't have to wear this jacket, but I'll take it. You know what I'm saying? Winter is dragging its feet like super slow here in this tri-state area. I mean, we've had a rocky winter where it was like ups and downs. One day it'll be hot, one day it'll be cold, and it'll be freezing. Then next week it'll be like rainy. We just had a winter that was full of every season, and it's caused quite an uproar here. But not really an uproar, but in my world, it's caused an uproar. My daughter is sick due to it. Um, I've been ill, here and there due to it. People just been suffering, allergies, wanting to come, go, and I wish that this winter season would just go. But anyway, um, I just want to talk to you guys about this movie that I just saw not too long ago, Hidden Colors Part 1 and Part 2, which is a great documentary on the African or the influential parts that black people have played in the world, not just America, and some uh, some more truth to the history of the United States and the reason why black people or people of color, I should say, are here, in which I have a better appreciation of that term, um, colored colored people. It would come across as being offensive, especially the way that our history was played out here in America, where they had, for whites, and then they had for colored or black. It just seemed a little deeper than just you having a black tone of skin. Um, if you had a dark tone or any other tone of skin that was like, not quote unquote white, then you were ostracized to a certain degree. But there was a part in there that made my mind come back to the present uh, in talking about how they devised a plan to conquer and divide. And the way that they were able to conquer the people of color was by dividing the family. And there's a biblical saying that says, like, a house that is divided, it can't stand. And that was kind of referring to the individual person, saying, like, you can't serve two masters. You can't be like, I'm gonna go ahead and live for God, and then the next second turn around and represent the enemy. But on a larger scale, when you have a household which is supposed to be devised of um, a man, a woman, which would be a husband and wife, and that's very important. And I'll tell you here in just a second why. And then the offspring, the children, and we have an epidemic in which we don't have a lot of households that are um, man and woman that are married. There's more uh, children or families. Well, I could just say children that are under the impression that I have a mom, I have a dad, but they're not married, and they don't understand it. But as far as an adult's level, there's really no level of dedication there. There's no level of commitment. The ultimate form of commitment you can cause uh, or just can have between each other is to say, like, you know what, I give up totally. I give up totally any opportunities that can come about where I can switch off and get with another man or get with another woman. And when you don't have that level of dedication there, it's a difference. I mean, yes, you have two people that are together. Yes, you even have married people that are not dedicated to each other. But just the thought of just having um, that level of loyalty to one another is comforting. And to make a long story short, because it is kind of a long story, when when you have a child who is just having a one of the parents there, they don't get to see how they are to act toward the opposite sex. And that's very important because as that child gets older, they don't know what to look for and they don't know how to act toward the opposite sex. Chances are they're going to be uh, messed up. They're also going to have a divided household or be divided within themselves. They're going to be very, very troubled. Their social skills are going to be horrible. It's going to be like down the drain. And I know this, not to say I know firsthand experience because my parents weren't together. My parents are still together and they are married. And because of that, I was able to see how a man is to treat his wife, treat his offspring, and my father put forth a great example, a grand example of what that is to be like. I mean, he was the sole breadwinner of the house. He didn't have to have his spouse work. He spent the proper time with his children. God bless him because that's also a mess for just about every working class family. The father not really being able to spend that much time with the family because he's a majority of the time out making money. Um, but it's very important that when he comes home, that he's able to interact with his children and his wife in a proper, peaceful fashion, so that the children can have a great house, and the wife could that's if the wife is at home, with the kids. The wife can have a healthy husband who's ready to go back out into the world the next day and do it all over again. And hopefully, if they have weekends to themselves, then they're able to go ahead and spend great quality time together doing things that they want to do. And that's just the basic skeleton of a successful, I should say, a very successful family. Um, but when you don't have that, and you have uh, a husband or a wife that is abusive, not there, then the children are going to grow up and they're not going to really know what to do when it comes to having a boyfriend or a girlfriend, fiance, uh, spouse, children. They're not going to know what to do. And it's going to cause another generation of brokenness. And that's what I see when I'm at work. And I work at a school. I see a lot of children, the ones that act up, the ones that be acting out. I would say 3 out of 4 times they belong to a family that is broken. And I never really understood when it'd be like, oh, that child is just acting out. Like, what? Just acting out because they don't have because they know they don't have a parent at home or their house is messed up? No, it's just the uh, natural causes. It's supposed. I ain't gonna say supposed to happen, but it's supposed to happen. Like that's what happens next. It's like if you follow um, the proper protocol, that is expected. Now, every once in a while, you're gonna have, like I said, maybe that 1 out of 4 that child um, that maybe growing up in a broken home. That child is like super smart enough to be like, I don't want this. This is not how a family's supposed to be, and they escape the grips of um, that type of tragedy, and they're able to grow up, and through the grace of God, they're able to have a healthy family, maintain a healthy life, despite the fact that they grew up in a broken household, didn't have stability. And I know that secondhand. You know, um, I know a couple people that grew up not having that steady household structure there, but some miraculous way, and like I said, through the grace of God, they were able to um, pull themselves together, and miraculously beat the system. And I thank God for that. Like seriously, like wow, like God still offers a way of an escape. I mean, they don't call him God the Father for no reason. Um, I don't know why they don't call him God the Mother, or that he's the mother of all things. I don't know. That's kind of another topic. But anyway, I'm getting close to my destination. But I highly recommend that you do go watch uh, those two documentaries, Hidden Colors 1 and 2. I guarantee you will not be disappointed. And until next time, I'm your boy Nuncio, aka None Other, reporting to you live and direct, saying peace in, guys, and confusion out.